Ah! Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing this morning?
Yeah,
how you doing, Tortoise?
Oh man, kind of excited. Kind of tired. Checking out this virtual screen thing. Trying to get used to it. How do you like the new intro?
I liked it.
Nice. How did you like it? Do you like the advertisement right at the beginning? Chat. And how are you guys doing in chat today? Mrs. Hillbilly, Cosmic had to go back to work. Richie, for chilling out. If you're home, I sent you a link if you want to hop on. James. Hello. Cookie Dude. Hello. What's up, everybody?
How's everybody doing?
Pretty good. Cookie Dude. What kind of trouble are you up to? Boop, boop. Cookie Dude is my daddy-o's in California.
Cool.
Yeah. Maybe one day he'll be up to being a special guest. Maybe one day.
Nice.
So how's everybody doing on this wonderful day today? This Tuesday, September 12th. It's a good day. Good morning to y'all. Hope you're revitalized, feeling good. All your morning responsibilities are caught up and you're staying out of trouble. You know, the opposite of what Hillbilly's doing, you know, because he's always in trouble. You know, if you're married like us, you know you're always in trouble.
Yep.
Just chilling. What do you like to know? Cookie Dude's always a troublemaker. He's always sneaking around the house, you know, picking on the wife. Johnny. Good morning, Johnny. TCG Dude, welcome. Good morning to you too. You guys rock. And so in the Shells episode today, we're talking a little bit about the fundraiser idea. It's only in there because I forgot to take it out of yesterday's title for today. But the main topic I want to get on later today is the competitive community. But first, you know, I want to say, you know, thanks to our sponsor, carnsartopia.com, that we are doing as successful as we are. You know, at the beginning, if you saw the commercial, she makes dice bags and MTG accessories and swag that are pretty sweet. So check it out if you got the time. Some pretty good, awesome Etsy-like stuff is made. And man, she's working on this project, which I can't show you the picture of yet. It resembles the Silence of the Lambs design. And it's a dice box, I believe. It looks pretty sweet. I can tell you that much. Because we're having a conversation about it. I just can't show you the image because it's on a personal DM. So, but at the moment, the whole design project's kind of a little in the back room or the back room being worked on, I should say. Yeah. But, you know, check out our website. carnsartopia.com. Some cool stuff, cool swag. And with that, I got the shill out of the way because we're shilling. MTG Hillbilly had a pretty good stream this morning. If you didn't catch him, he was having some fun building some decks, getting frustrated at a couple decks.
Yeah.
You know, Hillbilly likes to remind people that he's still a human. To the robot. Oh, never seen a whiskey powered robot before, but that was awesome. Instead of steam powered. Man. Whew. Sorry, just a burst of energy there. Drinking the coffee. The coffee tastes delicious today. It's a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of coffee in a Jurassic Park mug. Yeah.
Can't go wrong there.
So, question for the chat before I continue on. Do you like the digital background of the logo behind me, or do you prefer the window and cat? Let me know. I'm curious. I'm just trying something new, and I don't know how I feel about it. And I want to know if you guys like it or not. But it's awesome. Awesome. So we were talking about the fundraising yesterday, about in the future doing like an auction-based fundraiser to raise some money for some merch for the channel to give away. Like the commander deck with a new playmat in a custom sleeves. Sounds good. Thank you, Coogie Dude. I believe it's Coogie, but I can't remember for exactly how you say that. It's in Australia. But yeah, so our fundraising goal will be to get some merch to give away with the deck, like a custom playmat for the channel, which I got to work on. I'll work on design of this popular idea of having the thumbnail of the tortoise and the cup on the playmat. Seems like people really dig that idea. Then I'll make some matching sleeves. Thank you, Mrs. Hillbilly. You like both. James, thank you. The background is very cool. Hell yeah. I like the positive feedback. Thank you, everybody. So right now, like in the works, behind the works, we're talking to people, and it's going to take me a bit to talk to a couple more people about the fundraiser. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be good. It's going to be neat. I'm working on setting some goals, like if we hit certain tiers and goals in the fundraiser, that it'll guarantee every drop of the money earned goes towards the giveaways and channels, because we want to make something big happen in the future, right? So, like, so far in the discussions, we have somebody who wants a coffee mug with my logo on it, raise enough money, we can get a coffee mug or two with my logo on it to give away, custom sleeves, playmat, who knows what else could be done. But we'll figure that out, because I need to do some research on that myself. But
I want a mug too.
Right? Mugs are cool. I mean, I like this Jurassic Park mug that's being hidden right here. Jurassic Park mug, but if I had a mug with my logo on it, it'd be sweet.
Yep.
Yeah, it's National Chocolate Day. Hells to the yeah. National Chocolate Day. Eat your chocolate. Get sweet. Get energy. Go to sleep. Take a nap after you have a sugar rush. Yep. Yeah. Cookie Dude says he likes the hillbilly background too. Nice run on moonshine.
Thank you.
Yeah, Cookie Dude is a nice person. Love him to death. I've known him for years, pretty much since I was born. I've known him because he's my daddy-o's.
Actually, this is a hillbilly festival that they throw in Pikeville, Kentucky. They do that once a year, sometime in the spring.
Yeah, you were saying that yesterday. It's pretty cool that they have a festival like that. Get some fancy cars and some old stuff like that in the background to take you back in the day. It's a little, is that bicentennial or centennial, or just in general, just historic, the idea of it.
don't know. Probably historic.
Cool dudes like that. It'd be cool to have that mug, right? Fundraising. Fundraising isn't. It will not be just for me to gain. Because, like I said, all the money we earn in the fundraiser, when we have it, will go all into the giveaway. We want to spice things up. Ugh. But enough about the what?
I got an idea.
What's up?
What about a Magic the Gathering card, a token of a tortoise with you riding on?
Something like that could happen. With you riding on it, you said?
Yeah, with you riding on that tortoise.
Oh, that'd be interesting. I could probably conjure up something like that in AI, like a bald and bearded man riding a tortoise. But tokens are not that far out. Fun idea, for sure. But less about the fundraiser at the moment, because we've talked a bit about it, and more about the topic I want to get onto, because we have a competitive community of people, and the competition is so real. It's interesting. Like you saw the thumbnail of the two football players butting their heads. That's an analogy, because like one player is YouTube attacking me, and they're fighting over the logo. They're trying to steal the logo from each other, because there's like an identity crisis with YouTube when you're on YouTube, because you never know what kind of YouTube personality you're going to be until you actually get your feet in the water and start getting deep in the water. Like, your personality as a person, but when you become a personality for the public, it kind of changes your perception of how you talk, how you think, and changes the perception on your decision process for social media. Now, I'm not no professional at it, but it's something that's definitely working in my favor with this branding, and that's one thing I'm working on right now, is branding the super fast tortoise channel. Like, think about it or not, Hillbilly being on my show every morning is branded him as part of my show. So Hillbilly is related to my show now. People think in the show Morning Coffee, they're like, Hillbilly's there. Look at that. Did you know that was happening?
No.
Yeah. So when people think of the show, they're like, it's Tortoise and Hillbilly. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool if you think about it, because it's cross promotion for you for being on here, and it's cross promotion for me whenever I show up to your show and stream in the morning. People know us. They shake hands. It's like the round table on DJ's channel. When people think of that show, they think of people like me. They think about people like you who constantly show up. People pick and choose their favorites. And it's weird. It's kind of weird to say that. To say that people pick and choose their favorites, but people do. Like people who watch DJ's channel who like us will follow us to my channel, your channel, and you see that. Yep. And that's part of branding. The tough part about it is recognizing it, because sometimes you don't know. You don't know how to think about it. You don't know how to process it. I mean, think about this. About branding, you're fighting for subs on your channel, and you're not doing too bad yourself. I saw you at 240 something, right?
245.
Right. Well, here's the thing about this. Here's the thing about it. That's 245 people who's decided to click on your channel and say, "Hey, I want to follow this channel, see if I like what they do." Then you have the possibility of 245 people to click on your videos every day to see what you're streaming. People filter in, filter out. They're waiting to see how you're going to evolve. It is an interesting dilemma, because maybe one day you'll have an afternoon Hillbilly show where you just go live and talk to people that's not playing arena, because sometimes you need a break from arena. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You get burnt out sometimes, and sometimes you want to go live, but you don't want to do the stuff you do all the time.
Right.
That's kind of how the In the Shell with Tortoise came about. There's so many things I wanted to do, and there's one thing I didn't want to do, and I'm like, I have all these thoughts that come to my head in the morning, and I forget half of them by the time the round table comes around, or I get pushed to the side because of the competitive nature of the channel. Because every channel has a competitive nature. Because in a way, like, you know, and not to sound mean or rude, but like, you know, being my show, I take over a lot, and you just sit there and listen to me like a gentleman. Right? But you know, I try to be fair with it and let you have your conversational piece. You know, then it kind of gets tough working with everybody, because when everybody does come on, because you know, open channel, people are willing to if people are willing to jump on in the mornings, they can. You know, and I try to give everybody space to talk. But one thing I do care about, as being the show for Tortoise, the Tortoise show, basically, is that I try to narrate the direction the show goes, because in the end, I make it my brand. You know, just like you do on your show. But you know, the only thing that kind of sucks, and this no dog, the only thing that sucks about people playing arena with you, you know, when people play arena games with you, is you can't hear them talk. You can't hear them say, "Oh, you played that? Oh, I'm going to play this. I'm going to play that. I want to do this." You know,
Right.
you know, that's the only thing that sucks about arena itself. This is not a channel thing. It's not a you thing. It's arena. You know, you can't hear your opponent talk or discuss the game with you when you're playing. But at the same time, it's fun.
Yep.
All right.
That's a good point there, James.
Keep a notebook handy so you can write ideas down. You can go back to them later and put more thought into each one. Hell yeah, that is a smart idea. You know, I bet James does this on a personal basis. He's like, I'm going to make fun of Tortoise today, so I'm going to write this joke down that I just thought of, and I'll remind him about it later. Be like, Tortoise, you're bald. He. No, I'm kidding. Ooh, yeah, they could do voice via Discord. You know, they have to be part of the Discord channel. That's a good idea. If you're part of Discord channel, you can get Discord audio to go onto your live. Because I've done it before with Prime when we played the Turtles game a long time ago, where you guys can talk to each other when you play. If that's something you ever want to thought about, I think that would be a unique evolution in your channel, being able to talk to your viewers like you and I are talking right now, but you guys are playing arena. That'd be neat. And yes. Great idea, Richie. Great idea. Yeah. Coffee time.
Hurting today.
You have a calendar that you write down that what day you'll shake your cane at something that day. That's funny. Yeah, I agree. That could be pretty fun. Yeah. You were saying?
My channel is about arena.
Playing Magic the Gathering. He streams twice a day, once at 9 in the morning and once at 2 in the afternoon. He likes to build good competitive decks or fun decks, not always competitive, but he likes to build fun decks based off his own imagination without looking at other decks, based off his knowledge of the game, walks you through the process, and plays those decks out to see how well they do.
Yep. And I play against my viewers.
Yeah, when he can, he plays against his viewers. That's why the whole talk chat thing through Discord sounded like a fun idea, because I think it'd be great to have someone jump on arena, play with you, and you guys can trash talk each other when you're playing.
Yep.
You know, the guy could be like, "You hillbilly, you drink too much whiskey."
Dag blaggit.
That's right. Thursday, they were Milan. Oh, they're on Milan. I do not know what that means.
I don't either.
Like Milan. Tuesday, Thursday. All right. All right. So, thought process, right? Lately, I have this group of people in the background I talk to. Group of people I've talked to about the community who are trying to build up YouTube channels. People who are gaining momentum, but also trying to work with the community to help them out. Yes, helping people out. Huh? Saturday the clouds are blocking the sun. Hell yeah. Block that sun in a hot day. Yep. Could you, dude? That's fine. You can be a watcher on anybody's channel. For reals. No. Anyways, people talking in the background. People having dreams, goals, and aspirations of what they want to do with their YouTube channels. Some people have fun ideas. Some people have great ideas. And some people have greedy ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And greedy ideas are things that are selfish, right? Little selfish goals. And on YouTube, you got to be a little bit selfish because the nature of the growing a channel is about improving yourself and getting yourself up. And in the community, you have to be selfish and try to help out where you can, because trying to help out people where you can help you build an amazing experience for your channel, because people look at you as your channel and they like to judge you. And I have to use the word judge here in this case. The people judge you based on your character, and they see how you act on different people's channels when you go from channel to channel to see how much you like your character, because it's like building a character perception of a YouTuber based off how they act on different channels. They're like, oh, is this person as honest as they say they are? Or is they as a clean personality as they say they are? Are they as a humble personality? Sometimes do they get my jokes? That's what people think. Like, do my jokes fly? Like when I make a dad joke, do people like that? People, my point is people notice and pay attention to how you are as a person on YouTube through different channels.
Yep.
And that's important. What's up?
Huh? What?
You were saying something.
Oh, no, I was messing with my beard.
Like using Nixos Shrine of Nyx 4 times in a turn. Hell yeah, that sounds good. Sounds good. Running Nixos Shrine of Nyx. Good God.
One way to lose a viewer, though, is to talk about another content creator.
Yeah, if you talk bad about another content creator.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Well,
because
you got Prime 406. Prime.
You take, say you got a content creator.
Right.
And, well, for example, me, myself. All
right.
I follow all kinds of content creators. Content creators. Creators like Prime, DJ, Marty's Place.
Right.
The list just goes on and on.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, if you have, let's say I'm watching one of them,
mm-hmm.
and they talk about one of my favorite, and I have another content creator that's also one of my favorites, just like y'all are.
Mm-hmm.
And one of y'all talks about that content creator, and he's one of my favorites. Adios, I'm gone.
Right.
You just lost a sub.
Well, it's not good to be negative,
right.
And sometimes it gets hard. It does, because we're all human. We have our thoughts and opinions. But we always try to be Madam Monk. Hello. Madam Monk says, hi, SFT and Hillbilly.
What's up, Madam Monk?
Madam Monk. Prime's at work, so I would have sent him a link if he could jump on. But he's at work. He's working that work. So, anyways, like I was saying, positivity. You always want to fight for positivity. You want to become a positive creator because a lot of people, in general, from what I learned, will come to YouTube to escape life and kind of, find something factual or something more positive, something to drain their attention from, bills, work, heavy duty thoughts.
Right.
And they will come on and they'll find their favorite creator and watch them because they give them a sense of joy, and weirdly, you got to think about that as a content creator. And one thing you want to do as a content creator is follow chat. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like when I say follow chat, it's like chat will let you know if you're doing good or know if you're doing bad. Your subscriber count will let you know if you're doing good or if you're doing bad. But as a content creator, you kind of learn that your viewers will teach you where to go. So if you have an opinion about, say, Joe Blow, as an example, as a content creator, I don't know if that's actually a content creator. So if you are a content creator, I'm sorry for naming you out. But if you have someone named Joe Blow and you have unfavorable opinions about it, don't be a dick. Like if I have beef with a content creator, I try to find my own way to put a positive spin on their channel. And if I can, I'll reach out to see if I can help them with something. Like if someone's like kind of a weird YouTuber in general, no one targeting, but if someone's kind of like weird, they're trying to find their footstep, because that's a lot of YouTubers right now. A lot of YouTubers like you and I are trying to find their footstep. Say they need a logo. And I know I talk about my logos a lot and whatnot, but if they need a logo, and if I reach out to them, I'll try to help them, because a lot of what people really lack that makes them negative towards other content creators is their confidence level. Their confidence level is not up, and confidence level. The people get negative creative. They're like, well, if I talk smack, maybe I'll get more views and people will like me more. And that's not the way to go. It's not the way to go. You can't just take your cane and shake it at every YouTuber you don't like. You got to get comfortable with yourself. Hence, the competitive community, right? A lot of people are trying to start out on YouTube. They have a lot of people like us, for example. Like I might have 500 subscribers. Does not mean I'm a professional YouTuber who does amazing, right? I do as best as I can, but I am nowhere a professional YouTuber at all. And I'm like, what?
I'll never be a professional.
Well, think about this. Yeah, 245 subscribers. You're on your way being a professional. Yeah, that's 245 people that appreciate what you do.
Yeah, but I would never consider myself as a professional.
Right. Well, one day you might. I'm not going to say you are or you will, but one day you might. But when that day comes, you'll be ready for it and confident for it. So I understand it, because I have to think of myself. Like I never thought of myself as a professional YouTuber, but it's come to the point where my channel, where I'm trying to brand out, you got to start thinking professionally. You might not have to do that because you might not want to do that, which I can understand. But if you get like 1,000, 2,000 subscribers in the future, you're in the boat of being a professional.
Sure.
Yeah. At least you got the handsome face to go with it, right?
But I'm always going to keep that mindset that I'm not a professional.
Right. And that's a humble mindset to have, because that's the same kind of mindset I try to have. Because you know why that's a good thought process?
Because you're not putting yourself up on a pedestal to fail.
Right. You're not putting yourself on a pedestal, and the only person you really have to compete with when it comes to making your own content is yourself. Right? If you take yourself too seriously, you're gonna fall harder on your failures. If you take yourself too lightly, you're not gonna care about your failures. But if you just think of yourself as someone humble and you do things to have fun with it, keyword fun, you're going to enjoy it. And if you enjoy it, people are going to enjoy it. And that's the point. Like, yeah, I shield for subscribers and whatnot, but I try not to do anything I don't like to do. I like to have fun with it because I want people to feel the energy that we have, that I have to give when I do live. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You beefing Tort? Yeah, I'm beefing over you, Richie. No, I'm kidding. Introverts rule. That's very true, man of Monk. Wait a damn minute. You're not a professional hillbilly? No, his whiskey's even fake. No kidding. I'm joking. All right. In my opinion, you are a pro, if you like it or not. Then that's how people will see you. And the reason why people see it is they kind of look at a painting. Like, imagine like a painting on a wall. When someone looks at a painting, they look at it as a finished product and they judge it based off the skill of the painter. The painter who painted the painting looks at the painting and says, man, I can see all the mistakes I made. I hope no one notices. You know, that's the difference mentality. That's why having fun and what you said, don't want to think of yourself as a professional, is a good thing. If you don't think of yourself as a professional, right at first, because in the future that might change. You know, the more you have fun with it, the more engagement you'll get out of it. Ooh, James agrees. He thinks you're a professional. You know, you're also on the Prime Tortoise. You know, that makes you a super professional, right? Like double the professional. I mean, here's a step into thinking. And I want you to think about this, like, honestly. Right? I know you don't think of yourself as a professional, and this channel is not meant to make you look professional. Like, it's not there to make me look professional either. But you've committed time to be on the show every day. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yep.
Like work. That's like work. You're committing time to go to work every day at 11 a.m. to be on the show. That's time out of your day. That's true. That's a step in professionalism.
Also, I've never had anything to do between my streams. This gives me something to do.
Right? That's exactly why I started the show.
I enjoy it.
Right? I enjoy it. Oh yeah, I want you to enjoy it. Not only do I want the people and guests on the show to enjoy it, I want the viewers to enjoy it because we all have different opinions. We're all human beings. I drink my coffee cup. I drink my coffee just like you guys. It's a little extra chocolate.
You drink your coffee cup, but I got the kidney stones.
Kidney stones. You know, that's painful though.
I'm hurting right now from it.
For me, the minute I think of myself as a professional, I know it won't be fun anymore. It becomes work. Right. You know how many times, like, I know you look at my logos and thumbnails and you're like, Tortoise is doing really good. And that's not to toot my own horn. Like, people look at my thumbnails and they actually appreciate it because of the work I do. But I wouldn't do that good of a thumbnail job if I didn't like doing it. Does that make sense? Like, I've learned to love my thumbnails, you know, because I learned to love the process and I learned to enjoy it and I learned to get into it. I learned to be creative with it. Like today's thumbnail could have just been a cut and copy paste of an AI art, but I've tooled around with it to do a little extra things to make it look different, which you guys look at, you're like, that's the Tortoise logo, but I've actually spent like an hour on that thing trying to make it look good. But I enjoy the process of doing it.
Just
and like what's up?
Just like this logo you made me. I love it.
Right. And sometime this week, I will definitely get to making you a flat image of that for Karen. Darc. But yeah, like that's why I'm willing to do the work, because willing to do the work on my logos and stuff for people. Like when I'm like doing it for free and stuff, it's because I inspired and I told people I do work because I get inspired to do it. You know, that's when I say get inspired, it means I feel the urge to have fun with it. I have the urge to show myself I can do good at it. I don't do it because, oh man, it's another 9 to 5 grind thing. Someone wants me to make a logo. No, if I don't want to do it, I honestly won't want to do it. If I want to do it, it means I'm willing to take the time to doing it. That means I'm going to enjoy the process to learn something new or do something unique. And what's important about this, that goes with the topic of today, a competitive community, right, is a lot of people I've talked to or seen, just not in our community alone, like different communities, people who take YouTube too seriously trip over them. I used to take myself too seriously, and I struggled. But when I started taking myself more lightly and taking myself serious as someone who enjoys what they do, because you got to take yourself serious when you enjoy it, right? Like if you enjoy it, you want to have fun with it. You're gonna take yourself in a serious moment there. And someone's blown up on Discord. Yeah, let me close Discord. Bloop. I don't know if you guys can hear, but it's blooping all the time. But like I said, if you enjoy it and you take yourself seriously at a point, you'll get into it and you'll make it happen. Like if you make happiness happens, you want to be happy. Yeah. Try and made your logo. That was a fun logo. Like it's a little cassette, says Cookie Dude. Yeah. Because the reason why it's cassette tape is because that dude, Cookie Dude, loves his music. He has thousands of records, thousands of cassette tapes, probably thousands of CDs too. I helped organize his. He calls it his office, but it's really his man cave. It's all music. He loves music from the 60s, the 70s, the 80s especially. The 70s and 80s are like his jam. He likes music from the 90s and on up, but he has a collection that is huge. Huge. I mean, his collection is huge compared to mine. I got like a rack of CDs this big. He has a room that all his music wraps around his walls. He has some classic radios. And I'm talking about like the ones where you have to hook up the speakers to the system and you can hook them up to your television and that has sound surround. I mean, when that guy turns on his music, he is deaf to the world and stuck in his music. Like I tried getting him to make a channel out of it. You talked about it, but yeah.
I'd watch it.
Pretty much. He's even organized it alphabetically.
Ooh, I bet that took some time.
Oh, yeah. I love this show. It's all positive energy and good vibes. So thank you, Miss Billy. We try to be positive. We try to have good vibes. Your husband here is a good guy and brings some awesome flavor to the show. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't mean this in any bad way. It's just I never thought the Tortoise and Hillbilly would actually do a show together and actually enjoy it. It's not a thought process I had. It just naturally happened. He wanted to be part of the show, and I didn't say no because I wanted to see where it would progress and see how it would go. Because you know what? If it helps him in the long run, it helps me. So you got to see where things go. It's part of that natural evolution because I don't want to try to compete with Hillbilly, right?
Yeah, same here. I don't want to compete against you,
right? And I don't want to give you friction to make it harder for you to grow as a channel because not all my subscribers who tune in are subscribers of yours, and not all subscribers of yours are subscribers of mine. But when we collaborate and we have the show together, like the Prime Tortoise with Prime and I, it just brings a different form of audience. It brings a different form of energy, and it lets people have fun. And for the fact that we get people on here throughout the week, just like Robert, Andrew, anybody else who jumps in just to chit chat that will want to jump in and hang out. They bring a flavor that's uniquely them, but adds to the conversation. But I'm not going to try to control this conversation and be like, no, we're only talking about this. Stay on this subject. Because that's not how real conversation happens. Right now I know I'm talking a lot and just get crossing my ideas. But when we have people who are more people talking and going on, I like to have that lunchtime feeling where we're just chilling and chatting because the conversation can sway to the left or the right. Nothing political, but they can sway to the left or right. It can change, and maybe someone says something that brings up a memory of something or something that sparks an ignition of a good thought, and they want to share it, and we talk about that for a bit, that's fine. And the competition is like my personal competition for YouTube is I want people to freaking relax and chill on this channel. You know what I'm saying?
Just like what Man and Monk just said, the community that we are part of is very supportive.
Right.
That's correct. We are.
Right.
It's kind of like a situation, kind of like, you scratch my back, I'll scratch your back.
Mm.
Kind of like that. And I enjoy that.
Right. Yeah.
My
Right.
back is all the time.
Right. We talk about food a lot here. Sometimes we do.
Yep.
Sometimes we do, But like there's a natural competition going on right now in the community. And the natural competition is we're trying to grow our channels and everybody else is trying to grow with us, right? Just natural. Nothing bad. But we're all going to bring in different people because we have different flavors. Like, I'm like a vanilla ice cream, and MTG Hillbilly is like a strawberry sherbet. Two different flavors, but we're gonna have two different people who like their flavors. But you know what? Both people like ice cream. That's the important part. We want to appeal to the people who want the ice cream, and that's a weird analogy, but that's kind of how it is. Because sherbet tastes a lot different than a sweet vanilla ice cream. I'm a plain bagel. Hillbilly is like an everything bagel. Just has all delicious stuff all over him. See, we're talking about food, James Willis. Good.
Hey, blanket.
Man, got to run back to work. Take care, guys. Yeah, have fun, Man Monk.
I'll see you, Man Monk.
Yeah.
Hey, blanket, we're talking about food.
Mm-hmm. Right, but what I'm getting at is we're different flavors. We're just trying to make a good meal out of our environment. Dad likes Vegemite sandwiches. That's true. Vegemite tastes weird, but he likes them. Yeah, we have a very Australian background on my dad's side.
Cool.
Yes. But it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. I believe in you. So the competitive nature of the community is not something like someone doesn't come to me like, oh, Tortoise, you're going down. My video is going to rock your video out of the water. No one does that. No one says my video is going to rock your live outside the water either. They're not like my live is going to be like 10 times better. No. The competitive nature is people are trying to be more creative than the other person. They're trying to come up with different ways to keep their channel afloat and relevant. And that's the truth. Like how many things I do every day that focus on my channel or on my channel alone compared to other people's channel is rough. Like the time that goes into thinking, like the fundraiser idea, that's not something that's coming easy to me. It's not something that's going to be easy for me to do at the beginning because I got to figure the logistics out of there while I'm trying to make do with like technological issues, like needing ink from the printer before I can make scripts for shows. Or like yesterday, I filmed a mail opening and the video got choppy, and it really pissed me off. And I can't post that kind of stuff up because it's not good for the channel to be choppy. So I gotta think. The stuff we do in the background deals with the stuff we go through as YouTube content creators, but we're trying to show the best face we can on the show. Yep. James says there still needs to be some level of support between content creators that work together all the time. Yep. The support needs to be there.
Yep.
The support needs to be there. The only issue is you can't rely on it, right? You can't rely on the support. But when the support comes, you take that support. You nurture it. You appreciate it, right? That's one thing I learned too, is like one of the reasons why it was hard for me to start a live in the beginning, like before I started the morning coffee series, was it was hard to find a time to schedule a a time to go live when someone else wasn't going live. You know, then I didn't want to take from, like, naturally being, the nice guy I am, I didn't want to take from anybody's live. I don't want to take anybody's idea. I didn't want to steal someone's idea, but the truth is someone's going to think the same stuff you are, going to want to do the same things you do, or go on the same realm that you are. So you just got to sorry, I'll read that comment later. But you gotta push for yourself and be assertive for yourself. Like when you like, this show started because I wanted to have a show started. I wanted to do something that wasn't editing, like constant editing or constant filming. I had to take a break from trying to think of what the next edit was going to be or the next topic was going to be for an MTG3. I needed something to escape the thought process of only thinking one thing. And you know what? This show's become quite successful for what it is. And we got, like, I know everybody can't be here every day. We see that. But we get a lot of supporters in it. And we get people who come in and cheer on the show. And there's people who just love the brand of Super Fast Tortoise. Love the flavor. And they love the flavor of Hillbilly. I think we come off pretty good. Like, maybe I take too much time sometimes because you just sit there and listen to me bullshit. I laughed and I said, Prime 406 says, define support, because if you call me and ask for money, I'm going to be pissed. Well, Prime. How many times have I reached out to you and asked you for money? Right? All the time. I'm asking you for money all the time. Like, Prime, I need money. No, I'm kidding. No, but you understand what I mean. Like, when I give support, like, if Prime needs a thumbnail, I ask him, hey, do you need a thumbnail? And I'll make him a thumbnail. Like, where I try to be supportive, if I see someone's weak in a department where I'm good at or decent at, I'll try to help them where they're not, so they look good. That's the kind of support I can offer, right? I try to make people look good in their eyes. Back to work, Prime. See you later.
See you, Prime. Thanks, Cosmic Seeds.
Stefan, what's up? Ooh, that's a nice background. So the best way to support people in the community is if you see someone struggling that you can help out with, it's good. It's nice to step in and try to help out, where you can. Don't exhaust yourself. Don't break yourself doing it, but help yourself out. Like, we have all goals and inspirations for our channels. And if you don't have a goal or inspiration for your channel, have a goal for your channel, right? Make a goal for your channel and make it a non-subscriber goal. Subscriber goals will get tough on you when you're not growing.
Yep.
Right.
And also, some content creators out there, they will refuse your help, but you got some out there that will welcome your help.
Right.
For example, this right here.
Right.
Feldy made this for me,
which is pretty cool.
I appreciate it very much. And then you got this logo here that you made me. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the help I get.
Right. Because Feldy and I both know that in order to succeed better, I'm not saying you're going to succeed worse, but to succeed better is to kind of brand yourself. And you've branded yourself Hillbilly. And, you have a personality that matches that logo. You have a personality that matches that background, Branding is making things that people recognize you for, basically. Right. Like my logo, my Tortoise logo back here where I hide in. People see that and they recognize my face. I don't look like that tortoise anymore, but people see that logo and they're like, "That's Super Fast Tortoise." Yep. They seem they like some people look at my thumbnails and like look at the style of it. And they're like, that's super fast Tortoise. Some people see some of the logo they've done because my logos are pretty much in the same style format. People are like, that's a super fast Tortoise logo. And branching out, and I'm going to say this with all earnesty, branching out, branding in the competitive market, helping people needing help gives back to you in a way, in its own way. Like when I design logos for people and people recognize my logo, sure, I did the logo for them, but unironically, and the benefit is when people recognize my logos and they see how much I've tried helping the community, it makes people recognize me. It's like that term people use, game recognizes game. Yeah, if you help out people in the way you can, and if it's the way you can and people recognize your help, people recognize you, and that's good. That's right.
Exactly, James.
Top 3 cards is actually a good series. Thank you. Wow. Stefan, you're just too nice. But yeah, I'm waiting to get some ink for the printer so I can make scripts again so I can do my next episode. I'm trying to figure out the camera issue. I think I figured it out. You did a thumbnail for someone yesterday, and I knew it was your work right away. That's right. I did a squirrely thumbnail yesterday. That's because I got inspired. But all I'm saying is have a goal for your channel, though, and like have a goal, make a goal for your channel, and why you're at it and why you're doing it. And this is important. Having a goal is important. Before I continue with this, having a goal is important. Like Hillbilly, your goal is your goal, right? I don't know if you have a goal right now, other than just have fun.
Yep, that's my goal, to have fun and
right.
Give a welcoming environment, and let my viewers know, hey, I'm human, and let's interact.
Right.
If you want to play, let's play. Let's play the game.
Mm-hmm. Play the game, right? But one day you'll make a goal to reach. One day. Not saying now, not saying tomorrow, not saying the day after. But one day you're going to get to a point where you're going to be like, I want to try to reach a goal. And your goal is going to be something on the realms, and not saying it is, but go beyond the realms of, I want to make my channel look better. Not saying there's anything wrong with your channel, but naturally we look at our stuff and we look at our own stuff and we're like, something could change. And you're like, go on the internet and you're like, how do I make an animated frame, or how do I find an animated frame to add to my channel, right? And so now you get this animated frame that loops around your arena so it looks unique to you. And you're like, okay, now that looks good. Now I wonder how people are going to like that. And if I start doing this, what kind of attention will I get? And will people enjoy it? Is that a smart idea? I would guess I won't know until I try. And the goal is you want to start making yourself look different. Hence where branding kind of comes in when you try to stand out. You try to make yourself look different. Or you're trying to do something different. Like that's what I work on the most, is trying to make myself look tortoisey. Well, super fast tortoisey. And I try to do that. But like the goal you make will give you a destination, and your opinion of yourself will show. So, and what I mean by that is if you have a bad opinion about yourself, your show's going to have a bad opinion about you. I'm not saying you have a bad opinion about yourself. You might have a bad opinion about your kidneys right now, but not about yourself. Right. But like if you have a moderate opinion about yourself, it's gonna be a moderate opinion, right? You're gonna be like, meh. But if you have a little more of an ego about yourself and have a little pride in yourself, that's gonna start showing. And the more effort you put into your YouTube channel, I'm not saying you don't put any effort in your channel, because you have alarms that go off to remind you that you have a YouTube channel. Yep. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying the more effort you start putting in it, the more pride you have in it, the more you enjoy the process, and the more competitive you become in the market naturally. Because being competitive in the YouTube market is not about competing with other people, but it's really about competing against yourself to stand out. And man, that was a full circle of conversation just to get to that point. Yeah. Woo.
Yeah, I got shocked here a couple of days ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm used to being people from around here in the U.S.
Right.
Talking to me. Well, I had somebody from Germany come in and say hi, hello from Germany. I'm like, wow.
That's pretty cool.
And that made me feel like, yes, I'm doing something.
Right? See, that's interesting. That's unique. Like the first person who won my first giveaway I ever did lived in Argentina. The shipping was pretty expensive for a package that small. But yeah, but it's pretty cool. Oh, thank you, James. I'm so glad to hear that because I didn't know how well I was doing. Excuse me. Yeah, I didn't know how well I was doing. But, yeah, because I just wanted to insinuate, you're only in competition with yourself in the competitive market, but like that's the important part. And you got to enjoy the process.
Yep.
Gotta breathe. So you have any plans?
Just take it easy until I stream again this afternoon.
Yeah, stream. But really quick, I want to remind people today's episode was sponsored by cardsartopia.com. Yes, where you can find sweet Magic the Gathering swag. I'll drop her link in the chat right now. If you want to check her out here in the live or in the future, please check it out. Check out that swag. Really good dice bags, really good dice boxes. It's amazing. And on top of that, her products are awesome. Yeah, I can attest to it because I have a dice bag that's pretty sweet. And on another note, if you're watching in the future, please like this video. Please subscribe if you like to see more content like this. We usually get more people in the mornings on the show, but some days are just quieter than the others, and Tortoise gets to hear himself talk, right? Because that's what it's about. Not really. But we like having a conversation with you. But DJ Longhair is about to go live with a Sheldon live react video, Sheldon, or whatever his face is, the guy from Magic the Gathering. So we're gonna let you get to that. We're gonna have fun. Gotta respect the dude because he says stuff that's sometimes memeable, the Sheldon guy. But you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for chilling around. You guys have an awesome time. Thank you for hanging out, and remember.
What is your command, Megatron?
Subscribe for Magic the Gathering and other content for